Serra Mesa, on an ordinary street in an ordinary neighborhood. Nothing flashy, nothing fancy. Fitting for the man who plays in his backyard with his 4 children and wife. A dad, a husband, a professional football player.
All right, ready?
An extraordinary man with an extraordinary career, living on an ordinary street. That is so Malcom.
Genuine, kind, humble. Those are the words, you can bottle them all up, and that's Malcom.
It's usually not something you describe as a 12-year NFL veteran as one of the nicest people you've ever met, but he truly is, and what a career he's had too. I mean, a guy that's been in one place, free agent for 12 years, is really remarkable.
Chargers wide receiver Malcom Floyd is retiring after 12 seasons in the NFL, after making the team as an undrafted rookie out of Wyoming in 2004.
He was a quiet guy, very eager, and wanted to just do everything right. I put it as he was a very raw player in terms of route running and understanding all the things. You saw his raw ability, but it was just like, gosh, this guy, he can do some unbelievable things. Will he turn into a receiver?
When I met him, obviously he was, still playing with the scout team. And what he used to do to our team, and he would play other guys. I mean, at that point we knew, this guy was special. That was the first glare about Malcom. It's just that, wow, look at that catch. And he was like, man, I got lucky. And now, 12 years later, he's still making them catches. And I'm like, is that still luck? That's a long luck,
Floyd will still say it's luck, but it was hard work and overcoming injuries, from strains and sprains to a collapsed lung, a torn labrum, a neck injury so severe it wasn't certain that he would return. But he did, and he made the impossible catch time and time again, finishing his career with 5,550 yards and 34 touchdowns over 121 games. His 17.3 yards per catch are the 4th highest in team history, and ranks 2nd in the NFL since 2004.
The goal line caught, touchdown, San Diego, and it goes to Malcom Floyd. The Chargers are on top of Arizona.
In typical Floyd fashion, he credits others.
When you play with guys of that nature, who could just play the game at another level, that helps you out.
The 6'5" wideout remembers the first touchdown of both his career and his quarterback's career, a 13-yard pass by Rivers their rookie season.
It was just awesome. I remember how nervous I was before that game.
And he remembers the final play of his career, one that ended with a concussion in the last game of the 2015 season in Denver.
I was so mad. I was so sick. I wanted to be out there for my guys, but that's the game for you, and I just got to be satisfied with what I've done.
There are no easy endings to an NFL career, but leaving on your own terms can sometimes soften the blow, if even just a little, of losing something you love.
Why now? I think it was in the plans, I wanted to do 10 years, and when I signed the extension, I signed it at year 9. I signed the extension for 3 years, and then, I always said I wanted to retire as a Charger.
Did you ever have any second thoughts about it? I know Antonio Gates was trying to lobby you to stay another season. Did you ever think, oh man, I'll just do one more?
I thought about it. I'm 34, my body's not the same as it was, and you're going through injuries every week, and if it's not something every day, and it's just tougher and tougher to deal with them and manage them as you get older. I won't be able to play at that high level and jump as high and just run as fast as I did before. That's something. This year was crazy. Just all the injuries and just playing through a shoulder injury just the whole year. I mean, for half the years it was rough, but I wanted to be there for my teammates. Some players don't know how to leave it and just continually miss it and, get heartbroken and, things lead to another, and then, they're in a bad position.
Floyd has a plan. For half the year, he will go back home to Sacramento, to the housing projects where he grew up, where a school is named after his mother for her part in turning the neighborhood around. Leah Tata's son will move forward by going back.
When we moved there, it was tough. You used to see drive-bys and, guys getting shot, and a my friend's dad like getting shot through the face. You know, it's usually younger kids doing it. You know, they're not as fortunate as, you know, some of the kids around here. You know, they're low income. You know, most of them come from incomplete households, and you know, their parents aren't always there for them. So I just want to show them another way, and just show them the other side of, you know, how it can be.
I just think like that's so Malcolm. He's never felt the entitlement or the bigger than others that some people can get when they've been in this league and done what he's done for 12 years, and that just shows you what his character he has and what his family's about, both his upbringing and then his family that he has now.
Floyd's home has his personality, comfortable, easy. There are signs of children and a loving wife. Nowhere are there traces of his day job.
You wouldn't even know that you're a football player if you came and you walked through this house. You just look like a regular dad. You could have an office job. This is in the garage.
Yeah, I don't know. You know, one day I'm gonna put this up. I get to put this up in Sacramento because I got a lot more room in my game room. So I gotta remember, I keep forgetting to bring this to Sacramento.
He's just so humble. It's like, Malcolm, what a play. You know, when he makes those great plays, I'm like, I can't believe you. And he's like, oh, it's a perfect throw. It's always a perfect throw. The thing I always say to people, they kind of, you know, they can't appreciate it the way I can, but I don't think he thinks that I've ever thrown him a bad pass. I'm always like, Malcolm, sorry, I was too short, or I threw it too far. And he's like, no, I can get that. You know, and I'm like, Malcolm, no, let it be my fault, please. He's apologizing to me that I'm doing this interview. And he thinks he's inconveniencing us, but yet I'm thankful that I get to talk about him in this way, and he gets this send off that he deserves.
He went from a free agent to practice squad to being active to, you know, playing a role, to being a starter, to being a guy that we depend on every single Sunday. And he still never forgot the time he was a free agent and what he had to do, and the time, you know, he had to make the team. And I think that's the key ingredient for success in anybody's profession, not alone, you know, let alone football, just never forgetting what got you to a certain point. Philip, me, Malcolm, those three lockers has been next to each other for 12 years. You know, so when he's gone, it's gonna be a void there. You know, obviously whoever comes there have to understand that whoever moves to that locker, you know what I mean? You know, you have to pay you have to have skin in the game, I like to say.
Philip and Gates, you know, they're forever brothers. And yeah, they know I love them.
The emotions have bubbled up over the past few weeks. Floyd found himself in tears after the final home game of the season, when fans stayed to give him a standing ovation, not once, but twice. The tears came again at the final practice of his career, when every one of his teammates wore a shirt that said "Thank you, number 80," in honor of the time spent with his second family, the one off Arrow Drive.
You know, this is it. You know, I can't believe it went by so fast, but so many emotional times during these past 2 weeks where, you know, you just get choked up just walking away from the facility today. Arrow Drive and you know, Murphy Canyon, that's all I know. That's where I spent half of my life at. Like, you wake up at 7 and you're there till 5, and you might be there extra if you gotta lose a little bit of weight in the steam room.
Which is something you don't know anything about, right?
Okay, like, oh yeah, me and the steam room got really personal. Yeah, close and personal this year. I just tell myself it's not gonna be the last time, so, you know, I'll always be around. You know, I'll always be here in San Diego, you know, no matter what. And I'm just a phone call away too. And I'm trying not to get choked up here, but yeah, it's been awesome. You know, being a part of a great organization. It's being able to represent, you know, the Spanos family.
What do you think you will miss the most?
What I think I'll miss the most? I miss my teammates for sure. And, you know, I just miss being able to brag, you know, that I'm a beast. because you got to be at least to play the game.
You're at peace with it then. You're at peace with it. You're ready for the next chapter.
Yeah, I'm at peace. You know, I'm kind of excited to do the father duties, even though I haven't done it. People say I might get tired of it, but I'm ready. This is, you know, I think my father did a great job of raising me and, you know, showing me the way.
And that is so Malcom.
Why you go over there? Don't close your eyes. You got to look it in. Oh.
For the San Diego Union-Tribune, I'm Annie Heilbrunn.